Hello everyone. Welcome to a stream. I'm not feeling great. I'm too bored to just do nothing. So I thought, well, I've been wanting to play No Man's Sky for a while. So I thought I'd play that. Here's hoping I can, because it's been on this black screen now for like 2 minutes. I assume it's loading. I'm doing a new game because while there is tons of like new content, like I've already basically done everything in the game. So I was like, well, you know, why not? Let's start a new game because I will be bored otherwise. Like, I just don't know what to do in my current file. I've reached that point where it's like Minecraft, where it's like, there's nothing really to do, but there's like everything to do. Like, yeah, I could build more. I could like do different things. But I'm just bored of that. So if I start new, then I can like build a new base and do new things. You know? Like, everything will be new. I just don't do long-term, like, worlds. It's like the Stardew Valley Year 3 problem. Once you've hit Year 3, there's, like, nothing to do. Because you've done everything. But also, some people will just keep playing. Which is fine. I know some people that are into like year 15 or 20. I did mention I'm not feeling good, so I ended up with I got the COVID vaccine, but I ended up with the Delta variant. If I had gotten regular COVID, I would have been alright. But I ended up with the Delta variant, which the vaccine unfortunately does not protect against. It protects against a lot of it, but not everything. And so I've just not been feeling great. But after like a day of having a fever like I have right now, my fever is like 101 right now. After dealing with like a lot of dizziness for about a day, like tomorrow I should be more or less alright. Probably still coughing, probably still hacking. So apologies if I sound absolutely disgusting. Also apologies if like I sound really like dead and monotone. Like I don't feel good. But I'm too bored to do nothing. I really wanted to stream No Man's Sky. But watching somebody do Subnautica Below Zero, and I was like, you know, like the base building and stuff like that is all fun. And I don't have Subnautica, so I can't play that. But I have this. And this is fun. It's having the vaccine makes the sickness less severe. Oh, it's considerably less severe. Like, if I did not have the vaccine, I would probably be in the hospital right now. But the very fact that I have the vaccine means I don't have to deal with a lot of the problems that most people have to deal with.
Multi-tool inlining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
Alright, first thing we gotta do is we've got to switch to first person, because I hate the third person camera. Linear seat levels detected. Scanner critically damaged. I need 75 ferrite dust. Which is not too hard to obtain. Oh, that's not ferrite. Also, let me know if the game is too loud. I can like barely hear it right now. Repair scanner damage.
Component repaired.
Yay!
Thermal protection falling.
Scan to locate sodium. Yes, this is the game that was super boring on launch, and it had like nothing in it. And everybody was like, "Oh, this game's never gonna go anywhere. It sucks."
Technology recharge.
And now it's this like gigantic game that has like a lot of stuff. No analysis visor installed. Oh, good.
Signal detected.
What do I need? Can I make an analysis visor? No, just an oxygen recycler. God, my inventory is so tiny. There's the analysis visor and the bolt caster. Okay. So I need to get carbon. I mean, ferrite dust isn't bad. But yeah, I've owned this game since it came out. And I can tell you straight up, like, when this game was released, it was terrible. Like, this game absolutely was, like, super bad. It was not a good game at all. It was super boring. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that still don't play just because of that. But, like, for anybody who played it initially and hasn't since, like, I recommend giving it a try. It's not bad nowadays. Install that. Yeah, analysis visor. Okay. That'll help. But yeah, like, on launch, there was nothing to do in the game. You just went from planet to planet. It was so, like, sandboxy. Like, there's a lot of games out there that are sandbox, but they still have, like, a plot. Well, this game was so sandbox that it had, like, no plot. It had nothing to really do. Getting to the center of the galaxy is still just as boring as ever. But that's not really the point of the game. Like it used to be. Like, that was the whole point of the game upon initial launch, was like, oh, the plot is to get to the center of the galaxy. Except that then you got to the center of the galaxy and it was like, okay, there's nothing here. And it was super disappointing. But now there's so much to do in this game. It's actually really fun. At least to a certain degree. Like, it can become kind of boring after a while. This is one of those games, like, if you like playing Stardew Valley into year, like, 300, this is the kind of, you would enjoy playing this game forever. You know, if you're IBX Toy Cat who has played Minecraft for 7 years on the same world, you know, this is the kind of thing that you would still enjoy after, like, going through the plot and doing most of the things. You know. But it didn't used to be that way. Because there wasn't, like, anything to really do. You couldn't, like, build a base. You couldn't, like, you know, really explore much. Like, the premise was to just, like, explore. But exploring was pointless. Because it was just like, oh, you know, collect X materials, leave the planet, go to the next planet. Nowadays, it's a lot more similar to, like, Minecraft, where it's like, yes, you can just do whatever forever. Like, you can build a base, you can build a home, you can build a whatever. You can play online with friends. You know? Oh, my hazard protection wore up. Like, nowadays it's pretty fun. But it definitely used to not be that way. And as a person that owned this game when it initially launched, I can say that with full, what's the word? I don't know, my brain isn't working. Like, I can confirm that, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh. Heck yeah, albumin pearls. Not often you see albumin pearls on your first planet. Of course, I feel really bad for the people that spawn into extreme planets. Technically, this is an extreme planet. Like, you always spawn in an extreme planet. But I mean, like, an extreme sentinel planet where the sentinels are, like, everywhere and want to kill you. Because it's really hard to survive on those kinds of planets. Here's our initial ship. Don't mind if I take that. I'll need the rusted metal later. Fetch both of those. I don't have an Atlas pass yet. I'll have to make one later. Because I'll take the residual goop because it's alright to have initially. It's not really worthwhile to have it later in the game when you're able to make tons of money. But at the beginning of the game, residual goop can be good for early game money. Iteration yada yada deleted, boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 emptied. Cause sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer. Analysis, fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Also, I don't know how long this stream will be. Like I said, I'm not feeling good, like, at all. But, you know, if it ends up being a decent stream, it ends up being a decent stream. Basically, I'll probably stream until, like, I just don't feel like being awake anymore. And then I'll just get off, kind of thing. Iteration, a whole bunch of numbers. Online. Atlas connection. Intermittent. Launch thrusters. Offline. Pulse engine. Offline. Find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here. No sense of before. But the ship at least seems to recognize me. controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and the ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Read log. Log 4925A, unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion, pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Hull's engine critically damaged. Need hermetic sealed and metal plating. So, metal plating. I need the hermetic seal, but I don't have the ingredient for that. Iteration, yada yada. Functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Search the crash site for supplies. Click the distress beacon. Peer inside the beacon's housing. As well as its distress broadcast unit, it contains a planetary chart. Alright. Plot route. So this is completely different from the last time I created a new world. So there's a lot already that's just different about this, which I think is cool, honestly. Reach the marked coordinates. So we gotta go over that way. 800 units. But yeah, you always start on what is considered to be like, I don't know if it's an extreme world, but it's a hostile world. Where like, you have basically no, like, it, you know, like here, for example, I'm dealing with, you know, it being way too hot on this planet. Sometimes when you spawn in, your first planet will be like, radioactive. Wall of flame detected. Oh, good. So I need to watch for sodium, because that wall of flame will absolutely destroy my hazard protection. Seek shelter in caves or buildings. Charge your hazard protection with sodium. Use your scanner, C, to locate sodium. But the goal is I have to get there while the storm is raging. So I have to keep up my sodium protection. Or I should say my hazard protection. And that's used by sodium. I've got 500 units to get there. And you can see how quickly my red bar there is going down. And that's because it's an extreme hazard. It's kind of nice though, because it does like teach you everything without being too tutorial like, you know. You feel like you're learning without needing, you know, every single pop-up to show up and be like, hey, here's what to do next. You know? I mean, the pop-ups do come up, but you don't really need to pay attention to them too much. Or at least I never do. Granted, that may just be that I've played the game so much, but like, look at all this sodium that's here. Like, this will get me there. No problem. Like, that was super easy to get. Lots and lots of sodium. They got like 400 sodium out of that. I only need like 30 in order to fully power my thermal protection. And once again, if you're coming in new here today, I'm not feeling good. So I'm going to be, you know, sniffling and coughing and hacking a lot. So apologies if it sounds kind of bad. Or, I guess not kind of bad, because it will sound bad. And see, the storm's already gone. So now that the storm's gone, I'm only taking mild damage to my environmental protection. And that's because you're pretty much always taking damage from environmental protection. At least on, like, hazardous planets like this one. On normal planets you won't, but on hazardous planets like this you will. And you always spawn on a hazardous planet. Because that's part of the tutorial, is teaching you, like, hey, you know, remember to survive in this game about surviving. So. But now that I found this place, so whenever I get inside of a building, my hazard protection will go up without me having to charge it. And so this will be a initial, like, base type thing for us. Initial. We won't be spending too long here, but so accessing archive. 6 out of 7 logs corrupted. Entity 4924A follows. No one making this record in case leaving behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Cover supplies. The log finishes and the machine wears to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now? Encrypted nav data, I'll take that. Alright. So now we have to get back to the ship. But before that, let's look around here. There's usually a beacon in these places. Usually? I don't see one. So there might not be. Oh yes, now it wants me to make the analysis visor, which I already did. So that's nice. That it's like, oh, you did that already. Like, now it would have had me make it if I hadn't already made it yet. Because I did, I don't have to worry too much about it. So, there is a cargo drop over that way. Where is that? It's an unknown building, knowledge stones. I don't even see the cargo drop. So it's probably, I was probably seeing something here and I just don't know what it was. Sorry. Let's get our thermal protection back up before we head back to the ship. So you can see on my little compass at the top there that there's a little ship symbol, and you can see the ship symbol there too. So now I gotta run back to my starship. At some point, we'll be able to just call our starship to us, but that's not something we can do right now. Mostly because the launch thrusters are broken. So, once the launch thrusters are repaired, then we'll be able to just go wherever, kind of thing. So, I want to check out this structure over here real quick. Ancient data structure. Ooh, really? Before we do that, yes, one of these. Okay. That's what I thought it was. So these are really good if you need navigation data, because these usually give you lots of nav data. Every one of these red cubes is technically a nav data. So, or other things, like there's the nav data. I also got a drop pod coordinate. Nav data. Nav data. Nav data. So yeah, we got drop pod coordinates, and we got 6 nav data, which is pretty good actually. Nav data is not a bad thing to have. So, I don't think I can do anything at this building. If this is the kind of building I think it is, I don't know that I can do anything here. But I guess we'll find out. There's a knowledge stone. Wisdom of the Korvax. Bokadim, 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 Yun, Yun, Yun. Stone resonates, punching a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A robotic life form turns towards me. Light streams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me. The name Korvax floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. Let's learn the word Korvax. Technically, I learned the Korvax word for Korvax. The ancient marker hums at a frequency that burrows deep into my being, filling me with the voices of the Korvax echoes. Knowledge paves the way to the understanding of probability. The Atlas spoke in fragments. The Atlas interfaces are their shadows. The monoliths are their scattered children. Together they convey the wisdom of the infinite. They must be understood. Seek help with language. The knowledge of the Korvax convergence increases. So we're in a Korvax system then. That's cool. Also, while there's no seal to this place, going inside these buildings still allows me to regenerate my health, my hazard protection. So that's always nice. Learn the Korvax word for entity. Alrighty. Yeah, I know. My thermal protection has gone down to 95%. I get it. Locate your starship. But yeah, one thing I do like is that they did add a sort of story. The original idea for the game wasn't meant to have a story, so they didn't include one. But the fact that there was no, plot or story really kind of hurt them. Because there just was nothing in the game. really. So, you know, there was no direction or like, you know, anything to make you like want to continue and do other things. So a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people did enjoy it, even still. The game was still pretty popular. It just wasn't as popular as it could have been. But I highly recommend, if you played when it had like nothing, like this game is so far along, it would be like comparing the original version of this game to like one of the early Minecraft betas, basically. Like just the amount of stuff that's been added is immense. Now, of course, the problem with that is that Minecraft was in beta for a long time. And it was, like, they had a lot of stuff once they initially released, whereas this game, it did basically initially release a beta. I think, though, that this game, if, like, early releases were a thing back then, which, by the way, I know it might sound like a strange concept, but, like, the concept of early release the concept of early release didn't exist when this game came out. I think this game would have done the early access, early release type thing, if that was a concept. And I feel like this game gets a lot of flack because of the fact that it was basically a, you know, early access, beta, whatever you want to call it, on initial release. But they just basically didn't, you know, call it that. Meanwhile, games like Minecraft were like, oh, this is the alpha, this is the beta, you know. Like, if Minecraft had released 1.0, 1.0 beta as the initial 1.0, I don't think people would have enjoyed Minecraft as much as they do now. But because they put out, you know, the inf dev and in dev and alpha and beta and all that, instead of just like putting a game together and then releasing it, you know, Minecraft was basically the first game to do any kind of early access idea. And I think that that's one of the only reasons Minecraft became as big as it did was because they were like, hey, this is definitely an early access. You know, back before early access was a thing. And unfortunately, I feel like that's one of the reasons people don't like this game, is because the initial release very much did feel like an early access. But that's because it really was an early access. It's just early access didn't exist back then. You know? Like, that wasn't a concept to do an early access. So I think that's one of the reasons that people just didn't like this game on release. So, launch thrusters critically damaged. Need dihydrogen jelly and pure ferrite. Alright, so the dihydrogen jelly we should have. The pure ferrite I don't think we have yet. I think I've only collected regular ferrite dust, yeah. Alright, so now I gotta make a portable refiner. Which, to do that, let's see, what do I need? I need to remember how to do that. It is the Z key, there it is. Need metal plating and oxygen. So I need to find some O2, which is over here. You just take some oxygen from these oxygen-rich plants. And now I can place down the portable refiner. Throw some carbon in for power. Take the ferrite dust and make some pure ferrite. I don't think this is enough though. I only got 31 out of that. I think I need what, 50? 50. So I need to mine some more ferrite. I'll just set that down. Luckily, ferrite is not difficult to get. If it's a rock, it will most likely give you ferrite. Pure ferrite is harder to come by. But ferrite dust is not so hard to come by. Also, one thing to keep in note is that the distance from your mining laser does matter when you're mining. It will actually mine slower if you're further away. Oh, I have all this rusted metal. Let's make that up. That'll take about 40 seconds. Unfortunately, rusted metal into ferrite can take a while. So I guess I'll put some of this in because I don't have any more. I don't have any regular carbon to put in, so, which is fine. I just don't like using condensed carbon if I don't have to. That's all. I don't need to process all of this, so I'm not going to. Process about 40 of it. Because I will need ferrite for my actual base at some point. Yay, launch thrusters are repaired. Alright, launch system online. Starship repaired. It does not have a lot of energy, but that's okay. Sea cancers among the stars. Whee! The Oort 9 system. Euclid Galaxy. Alright. So there's a planet. There's a planet. I don't know where the space station is in this galaxy, or if there even is one. That's a paradise planet. Oh, that's 2 planets. This is a radioactive planet. And this planet behind everything is something else that I can't quite see yet. It won't let me point at it again. There it is. It is a swamp planet. Okay. Okay. Oh, and there's a moon. Tainted moon. Ooh. Orbital flight achieved. Test starship systems. 3 out of 3. Oh, incoming call. Comms override. 16, 16, 16, 16. Incoming transmission. Source 4925B. Please identify yourself. Identify yourself. You're not alone. Follow the... Broadcast ends as strangely as it began. Final piece of the signal appears to be set of planetary coordinates. So input our coordinate data. See where it goes.
Navigational data
Oh, of course it's going to go up there. Why would it go to the Paradise planet when it can go to the radioactive planet? Oh, there's a planet up there too. What the heck? An icy planet. Okay. Okay. Let's use our pulse engines to get to the radioactive planet. And because we are roughly about 700,000 light years from the center of the galaxy, there are hundreds of millions of star systems, which means the chances that we spawned on a planet that somebody else had discovered is extremely slim. You may have noticed that it has said a lot that, we discovered this place. And that's almost everybody, just because of the fact that there's so many planets out there that you can spawn on, that the chances of spawning somewhere that somebody else has spawned on is extremely slim. Practically zero. But this is where we're going to start dealing with Sentinels. This is our first Sentinel planet. So, activate a target sweep. Alright. Beacon missed target. Target in range, finalizing signal. Signal source located. Right there. Alright. So this is also new. This is a brand new system that they implemented. And one of the latest updates is this one. The target sweep mode. I will take that. What is inside? Got a Gek relic. Nice. Well, if I ever want to build up my reputation with the Gek. Tarenturin's Wilds. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is gone. Decoding. 16. 16. 16. Entry 4925C. No fuel in. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever's leaving these messages. Yay! We can now make a base computer. And a terrain manipulator. Both of which are really good to have. So I never did quite figure out how to remove these beacons once I placed them. Apparently you just hold the button. Push the E button to deploy, you hold the E button and it goes away. Select terrain manipulation message in the log. Install terrain manipulator. Terrain manipulator is a multi-tool upgrade. Yada yada. So you need carbon nanotubes 2 and 1 dihydrogen jelly. I can make the dihydrogen, but I'm out of carbon. So I'm gonna have to find some. Which you would think would not be too difficult, but you would be surprised. This one has some gamma root in it. That's nice. Radiation protection is 50%. Let me just go ahead and repower that. I am full on inventory space, unfortunately. Whoa, frick. Oh, what the frick? That was new. Never seen that before. Tunnel drone. So you have to be careful of the sentinels. If they notice that you're mining or doing anything, they will like attack you. And that can be very bad. Because they will kill you. Especially early on in game. So if you attract sentinel attention, just stop mining and try to get away. Or stop whatever you're doing and try to get away. The ship is out of range, which sucks because I need to deposit some stuff onto my starship. I need to get in range of my ship, which is up here. Yes, I know that you want me to do the thing. I'm working on it, game. Alright, Go ahead and install the terrain manipulator, dihydrogen, and carbon nanotubes. There we go. Terrain manipulation complete. So that's cool. That is sodium nitride, which is unfortunate they can't mine that, because that would be good. Habitation program installation. Gather copper. Oh, there's cobalt. Uranium. Let's go over here. Oh, that's just where I was. Okay. Ow. I fell. And I took damage. New creature to scan. Whee! Alright, so the debris is just that thing. Okay. Then I want to go to the buried technology module in that case. Which actually is right here. Now the odd thing is that the Sentinels don't care at all if you're using the terrain manipulator. But they will kill you if they discover that you are, you know, mining any of these, like, physical things. So. Unwortha Bone Field. That makes sense. Does look like a bone field. Oh, I discovered that already. The frick is that?
Radiation protection. Falling.
I do need to find copper. I just haven't found a spot where I can find copper yet.
Units received.
Check this. Nanites. Alright. Got some viscous fluids out of that. Hi. I need to scan that thing. Here's some uranium. Which is not what I'm looking for. I'm definitely looking for copper. Okay, so it isn't holding the button. Don't mind if I just grab some dihydrogen. Because you never know when you'll need dihydrogen. It's a pretty regular thing to use. Like, dihydrogen is pretty common in most recipes. Let me go ahead and summon my ship. I need either uranium or starship launch fuel, which I don't think I can make yet. So, oh no, I can. What is it? Dihydrogen and metal plating. How about that? Wasn't I just saying that dihydrogen is used pretty regularly?
Technology recharge.
Go ahead and put some more oxygen into my life support. And I'm going to dump some things off into the starship here. Not too much, though. Our starship does not exactly have a lot of space on it.
Radiation protection falling.
Alright, that'll help. Where is the copper, though? Well, that's uranium, which I guess wouldn't be too bad to go get. I can use this to power my starship. So, also it's all in voxels, which is really annoying. You can sometimes accidentally leave some behind, even though there's nothing there. So you kind of really have to keep your scanner up to ensure that you've gotten everything. And always try to mine downward if you can. I mine much more carefully than this. But like, for example, right here. You can see that there's some right here, even though there's nothing there. Because it's voxel based. Now it's only like one in that cube. So it's not really worth like creating new ground to get it back. But you can see that like as I'm destroying all these deposits, like there's still a lot that's left behind, even though there's nothing there. Like this section. Like there's nothing here. And yet, there is. It's like, oh look at all the uranium that's right there. Even though there's no voxels there. Or there's nothing physical there. There are voxels, which is why it's able to see it. But there's nothing actually physically there. Such is the joy of voxel-based behavior, though. See, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. But even though there's nothing physically in any of those locations, because somewhere in that there's a voxel. There is something there, even though you can't see it. So that's always fun. Leaving all of that behind just because you can't, you can never mine it all without just like constantly destroying and like placing. 'Cause, I mean, your terrain manipulator can like replace ground. You can both dig and place. But, again, it's all voxel based. Still need copper though. I still haven't found a copper deposit. That's more uranium. And yeah, that's the uranium deposit that I mined. But even though I mined it all, because there were voxels that were left, it didn't clear the uranium deposit from my scanner. Which can be really annoying. Not gonna lie.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh hey, I can sell stuff. Good.
Units
Let me sell these albumin pearls and these gamma root.
received.
And the radon. And the salt, since I'm not going underwater right now. Salt is for like all the underwater machinery and stuff. But I've never actually done any of the like underwater stuff. Despite having played this game for so long, I've just never sat down and done any of the underwater stuff. It's a little sad, and maybe I will this time. Also, people who have this game can, like, join my world and play along. If I remember right. I picked up a couple microprocessors. Neat. Ancient data structure. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's a big ancient data structure. Oh, my hazard protection is about to die.
Technology recharge.
Let me just go ahead and recharge that. I will say I've been trying to get into the new streamer format where like, oh, you stream a game for like an hour and a half. And then like, oh, once you're done with like an hour and a half of that, you play something else. That way you can do like, you know, upload like VODs and stuff. I know like a lot of streamers do that nowadays. Which is fine. I have no problem with that. It's actually pretty cool that, like, that's kind of the standard now. So I've been trying to kind of get into, like, doing that with my streams lately. I know that, you know, I've been doing, oh, you were doing so much Genshin Impact. Are you sure about that? And I was trying to do that Twitch streamer, like, recruitment thing. Haven't heard anything from that. And we were supposed to start hearing stuff about that today. So I don't know if I just didn't qualify or what. I mean, I definitely streamed long enough. Had, you know, at least 15 hours over 3 days. Which I think 15 hours was like the maximum. And it was supposed to be over like 6 days. So, like, it was, there wasn't like a maximum, like, oh, you can't stream more than this. But it was like, this is where, you know, we're just being like, hey, you know, this is like the amount that you need to stream over a course of multiple days, kind of thing. There's a subterranean relic. I cannot find copper for the life of me. And it really sucks.
Units received. Units received.
More uranium. Trying to wonder if this planet even has copper on it. Which is possible. It's possible that there isn't. Because one of the other planets probably does. So, all I'm finding on this planet so far is... Hey, there we go. As you say, all I'm finding is cobalt and uranium. But I found it. I found the copper. Going to stop off here, though. And do a quick save at this waypoint. The Anworth something or other. I do need to build a signal booster. Let's see. That's a base computer. Can I not build a signal booster yet? That's odd that it wants me to, but it's not showing the signal booster. I probably just picked up that drop pod stuff too early for the game. It's like, oh, you have a drop pod? Let's unlock this quest. Oh, but you can't do the quest because you're too early into the game. But I do always feel bad when I have like a 4-hour VOD. I'm just like, nobody's gonna watch that, you know? Because it's freaking 3 hours long, or 4 hours long. I got some cranberries, which I don't know what the purpose of those are. One of the things that they did in the latest update is they added a lot more like randomization to like the mobs on the planets. You know, that way they're a bit more alien. So I'm definitely finding things that I've not found before, which is cool. I mean, this does look a lot like a Stegosaurus. But that's one thing to keep in mind, though, is that all of these mobs here, all these alien creatures, they're all randomly generated. So, like, that creature does not have a model. It's a bunch of different models coming together to create that creature, you know? It's all randomly generated. And they just added more pieces so that things could be more random. Which I think is cool. Oh my god, my radiation.
Technology recharge.
The radiation protection is absolutely terrible on this planet. It is 14.4 tox, though, so the toxicity of this planet is pretty high. So it kind of makes sense.
Radiation Radiation protection falling.
Alright. Now I need to throw the silicate
Recharge.
into there. And now I can get copper. Because copper is what I need. You gotta make chromatic metal. Chromatic metal comes from, well, chromatic metals, like copper. Oh, I missed. Like, I missed a section right here. So that's it. That's all I missed, was just that one section. If I did the create like this, I could probably create enough. Whoops. I created right over top of that. So I actually screwed that up and destroyed it. That's alright. It doesn't matter to me. Alright. So let's find our starship. Which, of course, I can always just summon. So I think I'll do that. Now what I want to do is I want to put down my portable refiner and make some chromatic metals.
Technology recharge.
Let's find our copper. I only need about 30. I do wonder if you can still do the infinite chromatic metals glitch, or if they fix that. But there used to be a way that you could get literally infinite chromatic metal, which is cool. Alright, now I can make a base computer. I don't really want to put it here, but we'll do it anyway. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims to the site. Center test confirmed site is suitable for construction.
Base computer online.
Alright. Time to check the archives. Accessing log from previous user. Entry 4925D follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supply is low. Pausing shelter plans while need to back soon. Hey, I got some wooden pieces. Select bases as a shelter. If you're ever confused on what you need to do, you can always go into the log and find it. Establish and construct a base. So now I can build all kinds of things here because now I've got a base. So let's put that there. We'll put one of these here. Also, do be careful when constructing your base. Because base construction does destroy things, you can actually incur the wrath of sentinels
Base computer online.
while you're doing this. So, just be very careful when you're doing this. I have a lot of carbon apparently. Oops, and I'm out of carbon. Okay. So I did not get the roof on my building, which means that it's not, sealed tight. So I am going to get hit by the storm. Accessing log previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925E follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Begin search. Whoever recorded these logs evidently has had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Yeah, Construction and Research Unit. So now I need to get some magnetized ferrite, which is basically processing pure ferrite into magnetized ferrite. So while we're waiting on this storm, give me just a moment. I will be right back. Like, I literally just had to, like, get up and grab something from the other side of the room. So, it didn't take me not but like 10 seconds, but still. Storm clearing. Good, good. Once the storm clears, we can get out, we can find more carbon, which there should be lots around here. And we can complete construction of this base. So there actually is a good bit of lore to this game. Kinda do have to search it out. It's not readily available. It's kinda like Minecraft in that aspect. It's like, there is lore and like a story of some degree, but it's not like readily available for you immediately offhand. You kind of have to learn it as you go. And one thing I think is cool is that you are the traveler in this game. Whoops. And no, not, you know, the traveler is in Genshin Impact, but you are a being known as the traveler in this game. And there both is and is not a, like, purpose to your journey, you know?
Radiation protection stabilized.
In fact, a lot of the different races in this, the Viking, the Korvax, and the Gek, those three races all have, like, legends about the Traveler, and how the Traveler would come and, like, help the universe and stuff. Where did I put my refiner? Oh, I picked it up. That's why I couldn't find it. Alright. So let me put it down. I don't suppose I can make the better one. No, I can't. Okay. But basically, like, your goal is to kind of, like, figure out what's going on with the Atlas. What does this turn into? Living slime. Okay. I don't know if that's worth it. But your kind of, you know, goal is to oh, I see. Your goal is to kind of find out what's going on with the Atlas, and try to help the Atlas and stuff like that. But yeah, the three races are kind of warring against each other, but they're also not. Some of the races actually don't believe in like the Traveler. They think that the Traveler entity is never going to come. Even when you talk to them, they're like, "Oh, you're not, the Traveler." Some of them, I think it's I don't remember if it's the Gek or the Viking, like strongly oppose the Traveler. But despite this, they won't actually oppose you yourself. However, the Sentinels are an interesting group in that they're not actively working against the Traveler, but they don't hold the Traveler in any sort of regard, which is why they will attack you. So, and there may or may not be some reasons for that. Let's see. So I need to get this, right? I need 20 magnetized ferrite. Okay. But there may or may not be various reasons for why they actively oppose the Traveler. So, like, I don't really want to spoil too much in case there's somebody out there that, like, wants to discover the lore for themselves. But also, like, it's really hard to, like, find the lore unless you're actively, like, looking for it. So, partially because, again, the lore isn't really supposed to be, like, a big deal in the game. So it's not presented to you as, like, hey, look at the lore, Instead, it's kind of presented to you as this sort of after effect, kind of like Minecraft. Which I think is a fun idea. Oh, I got an achievement. I traveled 8,000 units. Cool. Let's see. Send that to the starship so I have space for the carbon nanotubes. And construct our research unit.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Radioactive supercell. Analysis unit online. Diagnostic suggestion. User should recover salvage data from buried technology. Equip and utilize analysis visor. Alright, so here's where everything comes into play. One of the first things you're going to want to get is the base teleport module. But before you get that, you're going to want to have power. And as for power, oh, I can't do that here yet. Okay. I can't research the power yet. Oh yeah, yep, right here. The biofuel reactor. It's actually the very next thing. So, solar panels. So yeah, first thing that you want to get is the base teleport module. This is very important. Metal plating, carbon nanotubes, and sodium. I am going to need more salvaged data, which comes from this symbol, the buried technology module. I kind of gotta wait. Interact with your base computer to name it, okay? I'll just do an upload and it should be fine. Base uploading to servers. Alright. I Explore the planet and expand your base. Basically, what I want to do right now is get more technology modules and get a base and power and things like that set up. To do that, of course, I need to research stuff. I need one for the biofuel reactor. And then it doesn't tell me what I need beyond that, it looks like. Oh, this is 0, actually. Okay. I need 8 for the solar panels and 3 for the batteries. So I need at least 9, but more would be preferable. Because then I can get like this for 10. Get the health station for another 5. Things like that. But yeah, basically I just want to work myself down to getting batteries and solar panels and things like that. So, and the reason I built the base 2 squares tall like that is because you actually need it to be 2 squares tall for the teleportation unit. So, but yeah, there's technology modules all over the place here. Just have to be careful too about how you land on the planet. There is food, but I have yet to find out the real purpose of it. It doesn't heal you, it doesn't help you. But it was added in an update where you can now make food. So I guess that's cool. I do need carbon, in case anybody's wondering why I'm constantly mining these. It's to get the carbon. There we go. Got a technology module off that. Let's head on over this way. Oh, I went down far enough that the radiation has stabilized. There it is. Got 2 salvage data off that. There's a subterranean relic over here. And then more buried technology over there. So let's check on this subterranean relic real quick. Hey, there's a whole cave down here. It's a vortex cube. Awesome. And there's an actual, like, full-on cave down here. There's not much to explore in these caves. But there are materials you can only get underground, so... like cave marrow, if you need that sort of thing. But the main thing is cobalt. You can get lots of cobalt down here. Well, cobalt's not like the awesome, the most awesome thing. Oh! Do not get in the water. Okay. Extreme water radiation. Good grief. Also, this cave is actually, like, killing my, like, rendering. I'm running at, like, 20 frames right now. I don't know why. I mean, I don't need games to be 60 FPS, but it is a little unfortunate when, like, you're running pretty smooth and then just all of a sudden it's just like, oh, nope, not anymore. Yay, we're back up into the probably 25 to 30 range now. No, we're still kind of running choppy. But that's alright. It is what it is. Living slime. I have no space in my exosuit. So don't get in the water. It hurts.
Radiation protection falling.
You know, I picked up those vortex cubes. I don't know if I had inventory space for what was inside the vortex cubes. So that's really unfortunate. I don't even know what it wants me to make right now. Oh, the teleport thing, right. Well, let's move this uranium onto the starship. And we'll move the vortex cubes as well. I'll just discard this mordite. I don't really need it for anything right now. So, same with these cranberries. Oh, they were worth quite a bit actually, so that's a little unfortunate. I didn't realize how much they were worth until after I got rid of them. Vortex cubes, though, usually have, it's not condensed, cobalt, but it's the third one. It's the third tier of cobalt. And if you refine those down into iodized cobalt, tetracobalt, it's called tetracobalt. The vortex cubes usually have tetracobalt, and if you refine that down into iodized cobalt, you can make big early game monies. There, so I'll get rid of that phosphorus. It was literally taking up a slot for one, which is not great. Just to be honest with you. So I still need to find more buried tech. There is some buried tech over there, but this one's closer. So let's head off this way. Oh, this one's not even buried. Hey look, it's a buried technology module. It's not buried. And that's funny. That is actually really funny. How many do we have now? Whoa, 18? Okay. So let's head back to base in that case. I did not know we had that much buried tech. Or, no, that's nav data. We have 6 salvage data. Okay. I needed how much? Like 10? So I still need a little bit more. That was nav data that I was looking at, not technology data. How many did I say I needed? I don't remember. I think I said 10, but I don't remember.
Radiation protection falling. Life support power low.
Whoa, life support.
Technology recharge.
If that runs up, I die.
Technology recharge.
Or rather, I start taking damage. Start taking health damage. And that is very much not what I want right now. Well, we'll try to get 10 before we head back to base. See what we can get from there. It would be nice if I could find the space station. But I don't know if... Oh! Wow! That's an S rank upgrade. Holy crap. That's thermal protection. So I'll take that. It doesn't help on this planet, but that's an S rank thermal protection upgrade. And that's pretty nice. Did I feel like I walked over the buried technology module that was in this area. And unfortunately, if you're too close to it, it won't show up. There it is. Yeah, I accidentally walked over it. Whoa! Do not want to fall in that water. I will die. And pretty quickly. Lets me know that there's a giant cave underneath here, though. So... well, I'm at 8. Let's see what this will give me. That one gave me 1. Not immediately seeing any more, though, which is a little unfortunate. Well, let's check this. Viscous fluids. What do I get from that? Just nanites. Okay. I mean, nanites aren't terrible. They're not units, which are the basic currency, but nanites can be used to buy specialty things. So, yeah, I don't see any other buried modules immediately. Which means that they could be anywhere. It doesn't mean that there's none, it just means that there's none in the immediate area. So, I mean, I'm currently standing at, where am I at? -3 plus 19 on this planet. So, and that's like a latitude and longitude thing. So, there is a lot more to this planet that I could go searching for. There's a lot more to this, like, this planet that I could search up. So, alright. Just as I was walking away, that one shows up. So let's go get that, and then we'll head back to base and see where we're at. I mean, I think 10 should be enough to get us started at least. If I can't get the solar panels, I can at least get the biofuel reactor. Solar panels are better, though. But if I can't get a battery... Like, I need to get a battery before I get solar panels. So, otherwise they'll be completely useless. But I feel like, I achieved another milestone. I traveled 10 kilometers. I feel like, you know, Subnautica probably took a good bit of inspiration from this game with some of their systems. Like the base building and things like that. You know, I'm not saying that, like, oh, you know, Subnautica is only because of this game. I'm just saying, like, it does kind of seem like some of the things in Subnautica are very similar to what this game has done. Which, I mean, I think that's cool, so it's not a bad thing. I need buildable tech. So I need the biofuel reactor. I need the electric wiring. I do want to get the signal booster.
Item received.
Get the battery. And then the solar panel. And I am completely out of salvage tech. But I got everything that I really, really needed. So what I need to do now is I need to build the solar panels. I need a metal plating, gold, and chromatic metal, which I have not seen any gold on this planet. Let's see. Catalog. Technologies. I need to pin. Some of these are in here twice for some reason. Like the base teleport module is there and there for some weird reason. But I need to find and pin the solar panel. That was not how you pin stuff. How do you pin? Can you not pin anymore? It used to just be that you like middle clicked on it and it would pin it, but there's no pin anymore. So maybe you can't do that, which I don't know why they would remove that. That seems pretty necessary. Being able to pin the... Like, I use that all the time, being able to pin stuff. I don't know. It's so odd that there doesn't seem to be a pin option anymore. So I need gold, but again, I don't think there even is any gold on this planet. So what I'm gonna have to do is actually leave the planet.
Technology recharge.
Wrong button. Hey, the space station exists now. There it is. Alright, let's go over to the space station. The main reason is because I can sell a bunch of crap that I have while I'm here. Unfortunately, I cannot yet go to the space anomaly. Explore the space station. Find life forms to ask about the mysterious signal. This way. Is it this way? Where's the galactic trade interface? Wouldn't that be around here? Must be on the other side. Do I have the money to buy the exosuit module? Yes. I will buy that upgrade. Exosuit inventory upgraded. Galactic Trade Terminal must be on the other side. I always have trouble remembering, yeah, here it is, where everything is on the space stations. Also wants me to talk to this guy, but I will in a minute. So the vortex cubes, sell this, sell that. Starship, vortex cubes, residual goop, gamma root, viscous fluids. Boy, he's holding. Dom Turbong, Ong Obai Inning. It was not this guy I need to talk to. Okay. The alien, large and intimidating, seems to be attempting to be friendly. Perhaps they know who came before me. Ask about other travelers. The alien draws back startled. The look on their face tells me our conversation is over. So here's an NPC traveler. It's interesting because all of the NPC travelers look like this. Canonically, this is how you appear to them. Is this sort of strange, like, not quite there, but not quite not here, you know? Like, holographic almost. So, Traveler Gay. Oh, that's a rather unfortunate name. I approach the lost traveler. Their skin is translucent, as if they were not truly there. Irrevocably. Corrupted. Take, please. Final proof we existed. That. Stranger... The strange being tries to hand me something, but whatever it is immaterial, shimmering in and out of existence. The life form begins to cry, despairing at their own impending disappearance. For a moment, I see another universe, a place utterly unlike anything I have ever encountered. Ask what is happening. They tell me that there was an experiment. There were some who doubted if their universe was real, if the world was just a dream. They did not mean for any of this to happen. They begin to shake as the white space approaches, beseeching me, imploring me not to repeat their mistake. And just like that, the vision recedes. We both stand here as if nothing has happened. As I leave, they asked if I received any troubling readings. They're afraid something is happening to their world. Like an ethereal entity, yeah. They'll always be with you, even at your end. Our aid, our love, it is your punishment, traveler. Here. Ask where they came from. 100 nanites. Gay offers directions to a place of interest. Anomalous subspace signal detected. Good. That's what I needed. Let me talk to this guy. Corporeal Nikar. Ugyo. Huna Injinaik Sara. Yod Kio Ekirogan Kio Zois Ong Shushin Zehub Der Yuaili Kufus. Lifeform puffs themselves up as I approach, making the most of their impressive size. Perhaps they might recognize the signal mentioned by the base computer. Ask about 16. Hearing the code seems to cause the lifeform to shrink, a look of fear crossing their face. And then, in an instant, the fear passes. They look at me strangely, but say nothing more. So this is the Korvax. That was the last thing was the Viking. This is the Korvax. Tin push otelvob, traveler. See, I learned the Korvax word for traveler, so therefore now it's there. Hello, Liles. Yushki Odvi Vidoro. Metallic being chatters away, pouring forth words in a language I cannot understand. But when I blink, I see the same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. Repeat, 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the life form staring at me through its visor. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have seen it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something of the code. And this is another Korvax. The Gek are weird little, like, these guys. They're little, like, frog things. This is the Gek. Secretary Vontreth. Pipa bad band. Pipa Glefjo. Anume. Uken Nikam twice. The squat lifeform looks agitated. They wave a data pad in my face. On the screen of the device, I see what looks like an expired auction listing. A hyperdrive upgrade has just been sold for a bargain price. Offer a gift, 1 Gek relic. Secretary Vontreth accepts my gift with gratitude. So you can earn reputation with the 3 races, and they'll give you cool stuff. So, let's request some dialect help. Secretary Vontreth yelps with excitement. They present their data pad, displaying a list of language symbols. Let's use the Gek symbol. You've learned the Gek word for Gek. Yay! I now know what their race is called. I have talked to you already. You can tell if you've talked to them by whether or not they have the visited underneath their name. I've already got the Korvax word for Korvax. Let's see. Oops. I saw that I had visited him, and I still clicked. Guard Nuo. Here we go. This is a new guy. Yoselin. Minud Madu Yusin Rom Yading Leagmo. 6 Oima Gekken Isa, Isum Rudo Isa Zensi. Boy! The warrior seems preoccupied with a series of images of exocraft. They appear to have been... They appear to have been assembled from several different sources and then taped together. I like this guy just walked up in front of me like that, in the middle of my conversation. Guard Nuo clenches and unclenches one fist as they consider me. Eventually, they thrust the datapad towards me, listing a series of language symbols. Let's do the mystery symbol. You've learned the Viking word for the. Okay. I was hoping to get the Viking word for Viking, but that was not the case, unfortunately. Usually the first word of any race that you learn is their name. But that was not the case with that one. I did not learn that the Viking are called the Viking yet. So, let's go in here. Maybe I can talk to these guys. Brigadier Uffing. The Uffinen. I demand a place on your throne world, interloper. Acceptance will grant you the glory of an exocraft and a Viking mech priest to administer its mass. Pray only that you have an exocraft terminal sufficient for my skills. Refusal will result in the inevitable extermination. Be quick. This technician seeks work. claiming that they will be able to build and upgrade exocraft for my travels. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I have to decline the offer. Viking seems dangerous and unstable. I should sow caution before inviting them to live in my home. Rip. Trader Ofa Shore. Is this really you? Forgive me, I've been searching for such a long time. I'm contracted to aid you in this and every cycle. Don't worry, everything was paid for a long time ago. It's all quite above board. As the stranger speaks, the smell assaults me. A pheromone infesting my brain, giving me memories of places I never visited, of actions I never took, of myself in a mirror, aged and alone, of this Gek cradling their fallen brethren, of a bargain made many years from now, a contract signed across the cosmos. The vision ends and the Overseer remains. The Overseer promises to expand my base, allowing me to recruit other workers. They require a construction terminal to get started. I don't have one. Do not feel comfortable hiring the Skek. I mean, it's not that I didn't feel comfortable, I just didn't have the terminal. But oh well. So I'm not going to get anything from them because they are the recruitable characters over there. So I'm not going to get anything off of them. Which is unfortunate, but I don't think I can get anything in that case. But I can go in and change my appearance. There are many different alien-looking races that I can be, including a literal orb. I can also be what is called an anomaly, which is the like humanoid race, if you will. They're basically the human. I always like being something unique. So I do something like this guy. But I don't feel like it this time. You can also be Korvax, Viking, or Gek. It doesn't affect anything. You know, the size of your character doesn't actually affect anything in the game, though. So, like how the Gek are shorter. But that won't actually affect anything, so. Because I'll just stick with the basic anomaly for now. New body shapes, though. These weren't here before. You can be short and fat. Let's do that one. You can do different helmet types. Helmet Iota, Helmet Kappa, Helmet Lambda. And there are a few of these that are locked that you have to buy using Quicksilver. And Quicksilver can be earned through expeditions. Let's go with black. The black looks good. My torso style. Let's go with this. Armor. Sleek chest plate is usually what I use. Antique breastplate. Let's make it so it's not green, because green is a terrible color. Some gloves. We'll do the sleek gloves. I'm going for kind of a black look here. Spacesuit leggings will look better. Sleek leggings are kind of nice, though. We can colorize the leg plates if we want, which I kind of like. Let's do that actually. Let's add a little bit of blue to our outfit. Now this only matters really if you're playing in like third person, or you're playing like online with other people. So, slick boots. Let's get those highlights. Colorize the plates. Jetpack. So only a couple of jetpacks that we can get right now. Or rather, there's only one at the moment. One type of trail and one type of actual jetpack. Have to unlock the others. So, you go all blue on that one. And this is my banner for online play. It's what other people see. And I'm good with that, so. Save changes. So now, if I go into the third person, you can see that I have changed my appearance. So. And this is what people will see if I play multiplayer. If I get into any multiplayer stuff. So it wants me to use the teleportation terminus to return to my base. Except that I never built the teleportation terminus in my base. So I can't do that. Because I needed power. But this is fine. Oh. Unknown grave. Let's head over there. Actually, before I do that, should stop and destroy some of these meteors. Because this is the best way to get like silver, gold, and tritium. Is from all of the meteors around here. Some gold. Getting some tritium and some silver. I need gold more than I need tritium or silver. But I will take tritium and silver. There's some gold. It's random what you get, but it is one of the better ways to get gold. If your planet doesn't have it anyway. You can always guarantee that you'll get silver, gold, and tritium. You might even get platinum, depending on what you are shooting at. But yeah, see, I got 42 gold off of that. So not a bad haul, honestly. Sometimes you'll find these really big meteors, like this one, that don't just immediately break. And these are kind of cool, because you can really mine a lot of resources off them. They're always the same material. So if you start mining like silver off it, you'll always get silver off it. Or if you start mining tritium off it, you'll always get tritium. So, but they are nice. Give me that tritium. I'll take that gold. Hey, that's platinum. I did not expect that. So is this on the moon or the planet, though? I don't know. I think it's on the planet. Yeah, it's on the planet. Nope, it's on the moon. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. No surprise there, I usually am. These graves, though, are extremely important. If you find enough of these graves, you can actually find the symbols that can let you go anywhere that you want. Like, literally anywhere. So, I asked a question that no one had asked. It was a simple, the Sentinels, what are the, do they come from? Made it my life's work to find. Left logs, records across worlds. Fallen traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. I obtained the glyph, and with it, the ability to travel to unknown worlds. I leave the fallen traveler in peace. Alright, so there are 16 glyphs, which means I have to find 16 graves. But the glyphs are really important. So only by finding and using the glyphs that you can travel anywhere. Like, I could literally travel to the other side of the galaxy if I know the glyph to get there. So, I think I want to go down to this paradise planet and build another base down here. Instead of building a base, instead of going back to that base that I already have. Because I don't like that radioactive planet. So, I think I'm going to go here to Liban. I just have to find some land on Liban. Seeing a lot of water. Oh, there you go. If I come down here to this place, I can just build another base, and all of my base stuff will transfer. Or base quests anyway. So, at least they should. It's usually how it works. I just gotta find some land. This is all water. Good grief. I wanted to play Subnautica. I guess I got my wish. Alright. Let's go up so that we can travel faster. Because we can get up to 3,000 units per second if we're in outer space. Whereas we'll only get about 100 when we're on the planet. So, I gotta find land. These are all tiny plots of land all over the place. I've never seen a, planet that has so much water on it, though. But at least not a paradise planet, anyway. There are water planets. That's the whole point of the, submarine and stuff like that. That we'll get later I may not be able to build a base here, because I have no clue where any land is on this planet. At least not a large source of it anyway. Looks like it's mostly water. Like, there's a lot of land here, but once we get down to the planet, it'll be like sparse. Like, there'll be really small areas. Let's try for this spot, where it looks like there's a lot of land all in one spot here. Let's see how much of the land, how much actual land there is. It looks decent enough. Now that I'm actually getting down onto the planet, so. I think I can build a base here with a little bit of work. Ah! This actually looks like a good spot right here. Landing sequence unavailable. Yeah, I know I'm not far enough down. What? Thank you. It would not let me land. No matter what I did. Lieben. This seems like a good place. I'm gonna need more chromatic metal. I need more than that. I don't think I have the materials to make enough chromatic metal. Are there any copper deposits? And if not, I mean, I know there's copper on this planet. I just don't know where any of the deposits are. Nowhere nearby, it seems. There's a trading post, though. So that'll be nice. I can set up my base by that. I think I am going to break up the VOD here, though. Main reason for that being I desperately need to eat something. I have not eaten at all today because I've been so sick. So I actually need to eat right now. I'm actually starting to have hypoglycemia problems. So I'm probably going to stop and do that for a little bit. You know, get something to eat. I'll probably still be on mic for anybody in the stream who wants to chat while I'm eating. But for those that are watching the VOD and are not here on the stream, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below. I guess this is the first episode, first VOD, but there will be a playlist for this, so you're free to check that out. That will be in the description below. Come by, see this live, twitch.tv/SereneInc. Feel free to come out, hang out with us, chat, and do the same on our Discord, which should also be in the link below. I think it's also down below in the stream for anybody at the stream who wants to see it or who wants to go there. So, but with that, for those watching the VOD, I will see you guys next time. See you later.